what made you guys come up with the idea of the squishies for Jelly Belly? Because they are adorable.
Well, thank you for saying that. Appreciate that.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, we have been making squishy toys for it feels like 1,000 years.
Mhm.
This is something that we do very well. We make all kinds of different squishy characters and friends.
Mhm.
We're not the only ones making squishy toys, though, and so we're always trying to come up with something, I don't know, new and interesting and kind of different. And so we were throwing ideas around of different things that we could do. And somebody said, well, why don't we make squishy toys that are scented? And, that hasn't really been done that much before. And then we were trying to come up with cool ways to add scent to the toy. And I don't know, it was one of those sessions where you have people throwing ideas around left and right, and it's late and people are getting crazy. And somebody said,
Mhm.
well, what I really love the smell of is jelly beans. And we were like,
And there you go.
that could be amazing. That could be so cool. And so that is how we came up with the idea to make squishy scented Jelly Belly jelly beans. And from there, it was a hop, skip, and a jump, like a big hop, like a
Yeah.
long skip to figure out how to make these and make them perfect. But that's what we did. We made the little squishy jelly beans that are scented exactly like the Jelly Belly scents.
Because it's pretty cool because especially with autism, dyslexia, stress, and everything, you need that scent to remind you of your childhood or something to calm you down and all the situations
It's
that you're in.
Yeah, it's so funny you say that. We kind of set out to make a cool squishy toy because that's what we do best, but you're not wrong. Like the other applications here are considerable. One in particular, like certainly through the pandemic, as kids were on online school and the world was a really uncertain place, as it still is, but even more so in some ways during the pandemic for kids when they were stuck at home. There was a lot of parents who were really struggling with how to handle anxiety and how to help with that. And one of the
And it was
simple things
big.
that yeah, it was huge. And so one of the simple things that happened is that kids just started having fidgety type toys just while they were on Zoom school or while they were, just doing schoolwork at home, what have you. And parents were pretty embracing of that because it seemed to be something that, hey, it's not hurting at the very least. And then beyond that, yeah, the sensory type toys for different kids with different needs. We've been told that too. I will admit we're not experts in that field, and it's
Mhm.
not something that we set out to create per se. But
It was a
you
happy
know,
accident.
yeah, well, exactly. And we've been told a lot of times, like, hey, this is really, really great. We had one toy store owner who told us that he did sort of like a study with his cus. This guy is a very cool toy store owner, by the way.
Mhm.
And he was saying, he was trying to rank which of the senses were most important in which toys. And he told us when he first saw this toy, he was like, our customers tell us that scent as it relates to squishy, fidgety type stuff is top of the list. And so we were, like you said, a happy accident.
Yeah,
We didn't
because
necessarily know that, but yeah, it ended up being cool.
when I was younger, we used to go to Hershey Park and they had the scented bears, and mine is still scented to this day, and I still remember the memory of being there. So this might even help with core memory for kids and stuff to help them while they're learning and
So
understanding things.
it's so funny that you say that too, because one thing that I can tell you is we've been showing this to a lot of different people, a lot of customers, a lot of toy buyers for different companies who would be considering bringing this toy into their stores. And we keep getting these moments, especially on the part of toy buyers, like grown up people who will be smelling the jelly beans. Like, for example, this one here, I know it looks a little gross. I promise it isn't. This
Well,
smells
some of
like
our
root.
viewers have those minds.
Exactly. I have heard that. I know, but I promise you it smells great. It smells like root beer. And that one has been so nostalgic
Because you got root beer
for people.
floats, you
People
got
like, oh my God, this takes me back so much. It's funny how scent is connected to memory like that too. And so yeah, I like your expression. It was a lot of happy accidents when we just, we make cool toys. We set out to make a cool toy, and then all these interesting things have come along with it for sure.
so you're starting with the 4 cents right now. Are you gonna branch into, like, your other lines that, like, of Jelly Belly's other lines? Like, they had Harry Potter and everything where they had those scents from those,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
things like that. If you can say,
So
like,
good. Good
the actual,
question.
yeah.
Yeah. So for Jelly Belly connoisseurs, here's what I can say. So first of all, so we're actually starting with 12 different scents in our
Oh,
first
nice.
assortment. Yeah. And there's classic scents in there, like berry, this one's berry blue, and then
Which I like.
berry cherry and orange sherbet. This one's amazing. I wish you had it right there that you can smell it because it smells
I would give
like
that to my dad because he loved orange sherbet, like the sick icicles. My mom,
I,
everything. Yeah.
and I promise you, it's bang on. Like it smells like a creamsicle. It's so hard to get the scents right, but we managed to do it. So we have 12 in the first one. Then we're going to be adding even more. I happen to have, this is never before seen, but from series
Okay.
two, this one here, you can just kind of make it out. This one is the classic buttered popcorn. This is the one when we started making this.
I
It's
like
not in,
that.
Oh yeah, it's not in series one, but people have been asking us for it like crazy. Apparently, this is one of the most popular ones. So we're going to bring out even more in series two. Now, you asked about the Harry Potter ones, which
Are very
again,
nostalgic for a lot of generations and everything.
oh, so the aficionados will know that Jelly Belly calls this Bean Boozled, and the Bean Boozled game is all about like amazing scents and or flavors and terrible ones, like the beans that look exactly alike. You know, it might be two green beans, and one of them is lemon lime and delicious, and one of them is grass and tastes disgusting, and you
Yep.
never know which one you're getting. So we also, as part of our agreement with Jelly Belly, to be able to make toys on their behalf, we have the ability to make Bean Boozled, and so it is something that we're working on. Um, I'm not sure how many people are going to want really disgusting scented squishy toys, but certainly we know a lot of little kids who would think that's pretty cool. So here's
Well,
what
I'm
I can
thinking,
tell you: we're working on it. We're
yeah,
working on
like,
it.
I'm thinking more like, how you say the other sense, like you said, grass, trees, that could be your nature. I mean, some kids would gravitate to nature and everything.
Absolutely.
Like I know earwax won't be in there, and stuff. I know Dumbledore was like, yeah. Yeah.
Never say
We don't know.
never.
We
Never
don't
say
know.
never. I don't, whatever ends up being the coolest thing is what we end up making. And so,
Mhm.
but yeah, to your point, there's so many different scents and directions with Jelly Belly that you can go. And then people just love Jelly Belly is the other thing.
Mhm.
It's been amazing how much goodwill there is towards those jelly beans because it's not only that people think it's delicious, they just love Jelly Belly. It's like you were saying earlier, it represents something from their childhood, and we get to
Mhm.
capture some of that with a cool squishy toy.
Especially. And then like going forward, are you going to be on the Jelly Belly site or have your own site for these and everything? Because a lot of times people are like, "Oh, I can't find the site and I really want to order." And is it going to be its own independent ordering site where you have its own web page and everything?
Great
Maybe that
question.
people can bring back like post their memories of it, what it brings back to them, and how this brought back their childhood, like little like testimonials and stuff.
By the way, that's a great idea. We had not planned to do that, but if we do that idea, you're going to get full credit because that's a great idea.
Thank you.
So it's going to be in all kinds of stores. It is going to be in the Jelly Belly stores themselves, and then it's going to be in
Perfect.
a bunch of different stores like the It's Sugar Candy stores, and there's some great grocery store partners that we have like Hy-Vee and Meyer in a certain area of the country,
Wow. Okay.
and and then a bunch of cool different stores like the FYE, the For Your Entertainment stores, in the Books a Million stores, just lots of cool different spots where mainly the types of stores where people would expect to find something a little interesting and different, like what we're doing with this. And then, yeah, it'll be online in a bunch of places as well. We're working on getting it onto Amazon and some different spots. So
Okay.
it'll be kind of all over the place.
What about for Europe? Is there anywhere they can find it there too? Like, like out of the States and everything?
Great question.
Mm,
So we're talking to a lot of European partners. Today for today, no, because we're launching it in the US and Canada to begin with.
okay.
We're actually a Canadian company,
Mm,
and we'll be launching it primarily in Canada and the US. And then one of the questions is in different parts of the world, we don't even think it, but different candies mean different things to different people. So
right.
in Europe, there's some parts of Europe that know Jelly Belly and some parts that kind of don't as much. And so we have to kind of be aware of that and try and figure that out as we go also.
Because it can introduce them to the candy as well, because like, oh, what is this? And then they find out, oh, wait, it's actually a candy. So it's two wins in one. Like basically, oh, let me go buy this toy for my child, but you know what? I can enjoy the candy. And
Potentially, yeah. It's
it,
definitely easier for us as a toy maker when people know what Jelly Belly is first. That's for
I would
sure.
say, put like when you buy it, have like a little coupon for the candy or have a little bit of the candy with it and stuff,
It's another
that
great
would have been,
idea.
yeah.
It's another great idea. You're full of great ideas. All of these, you're gonna
Dyslexic
get
thinking, the
check mark
dyslexic
credits.
thinking.
Yeah,
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 that
that's right.
lovely dyslexic thinking that I'll think of something and everyone's like, "Wait a minute, we didn't think of that. Where were you on the marketing meeting?" and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's right. That's right. We'll zoom
Mhm.
you in for the marketing for sure.
Oh, I would love that because I'm always full of ideas because I see this product going forward because especially with me and my dyslexia, sometimes I get anxieties and everything because the stress triggers it. And at work right now, I'm not gonna say where I work, but it is for the state. And it's one of those where I have a stress ball with me all the time and everything because of certain types of situations, we'll put it that way. And this actually would help me out because I love that blueberry like smell and everything from Jelly Belly. So I would be sitting there holding that and just squishing that while I'm trying to deal with my work every day so that my dyslexia doesn't kick in. And I'm so proud of this product because this is something because I remember, like I said, my Hershey bear always used to calm me down at certain points when I was little, when I got my dyslexia stressed out and I can't find him to this day. I know he's packed away very carefully, but when I last saw him, he still smelled after all those
Uh,
years,
that's
and
amazing, by the way. That's
it just
great.
calms, yeah. And I'm like, so I'm
Well,
hoping I can get when this comes out mine, so I can bring it to work and be like, guys, look, you need these. They're fun and everything and stuff, and they calm you down.
Well, it's true. It's funny you say that. I mean, obviously, we started making this as a toy for kids and thinking that would be our primary customer, our primary market. But we've had all kinds of parents and, like I said, grown-ups and people who come in contact with the product, and it's the same kind of reaction. It's that nostalgia, but it's also just understanding. I don't know, something about the world today that just having a little something to squish that smells like your favorite candy, it's not the worst thing. It can help. It can help a little bit. And so, yeah, we're finding that I think we're gonna have a lot of grown-up customers too, not just kids.
I think the market is going to be like half and half because you got the parents buying for birthday presents, and then you got the other parents once they see it at the birthday parties be like, "I want this," and everything.
Yeah,
So you're gonna like the demographic is
let's
gonna go
hope
up and
so.
down like this and everything. And then
Yeah, let's hope so.
when is it really going to be released? Is it in time for Christmas or is it in time for like say Halloween or anything like that? Because you know some people do Halloween parties and they would like to do something like this would be perfect for Halloween, jelly bellies on the table and stuff.
Yeah, that's a great idea too. It will be right around Halloween that it will start to show up in all sorts of different stores. So it's we're working on it right now. It's been obviously with any brand new product, it's a lot of work and you have to figure new things out that you didn't expect. Like for example, getting the right smell and the right amount of scent into a squishy toy was way harder than we expected it to be, and we had to figure that out as we designed the toy. And so we finally got all of that finished. And yeah, I'm expecting right around Halloween that it'll start to be in stores, certainly in time for the holiday.
Now I know some of the fans with safety with children under the age of 3 and everything. What type of material is the product made of that because you know babies bite and everything, is it okay that if they teeth on it or anything, it's not gonna rip, it's not gonna the scent's not gonna leak out or anything like that and stuff?
Well, it's definitely not for babies and for little kids. This product we designed more for kids around 6 plus,
Okay, perfect.
as a fidget toy like that, and it clearly says that on the product too. It is totally safe. All the nice thing is that for North America, especially, all toys, any product that's going to be sold to kids and for kids has to be tested left, right, up, down. Like it cannot, they anything that they can think of in terms of, oh, this is something that could cause harm, You have to test for that. And so, of course, our products have all been tested left, right, up, down for all of these different things. It's perfectly safe, non-toxic materials in all of them, but still stuff that's cool enough to give it that satisfying stress bean squish. It's got to be safe, but it's got to be cool too, and it's got to feel great. So we found that balance with this product. But yeah, it's definitely intended for kids, 6+ and grown-ups, like we were talking
Mhm.
about. But all, yeah, totally safe.
Yeah, it's like that when that little brother like comes around when big brother and big sister leaves their toys out. You know how some parents are. It's like, where did you get that and everything. So for our public, I wanted to make sure they understood 6 and up, and it's okay if the baby gets it. It's not going to hurt them or anything and stuff. It's just watch where you put it down carefully.
Well, yeah, I think that's a challenge with
A lot of
pretty
parents.
much with all parents who have two kids of different ages or more, that there's products that aren't intended to be used by the little ones, and it's best if they aren't. And so keeping track of that and keeping on top of that is you want to do as best you can. But to your point, like this product, it's tested in a way that makes it totally safe, non-toxic, non-harmful. So
And that's the other thing, like a
um,
lot of parents with the toxins and everything, they're so afraid now because of all the stuff that's being recalled off the markets and everything. You don't want something like this, which can benefit a lot of the whole spectrum and everything, to be like taken off the market because someone said, oops, this happened. So that's why I wanted to make sure everyone understood while I was speaking to you that it is safe,
yeah,
and we're going like it's not going to be for babies, it's going to be for those older kids that
that's
understand
right.
what this is for and everything.
Yeah, that's right. Just like most of the squishy toys that are on the market right now, they're all pretty similar in that regard.
Hmm. And everything. And I'm trying to think of what else could possibly be, because we already discussed the ins and outs of it, everything, and where it's going to be. So I think we almost got everything and stuff. I'm just gonna check my notes real quick. I know, because I might do this like this, or I might edit this. I'm not sure and
Sure.
everything, but I think I hit all the questions. And that's the first time I've ever done that in a long time. Usually these things are so long and stuff. And I'm
Hooray.
sorry about my voice, but that was New York Comic Con. The casualties of that and everything when you're
Yeah,
interviewing
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
for sure. Of
Yeah.
course.
Hmm.
No, thank you so much for doing this. We're really excited.
I
Again,
can't
we
wait
just,
for what you're
yeah,
coming out with. Yeah.
yeah, we're trying to make more and more. Stay tuned. We've got other cool ideas in a similar vein that we're working on, and we're working on all kinds of new Jelly Belly stuff too.
Yeah.
I can give you another sneak peek. One of the things that we are working with is that Jelly Belly has a lot of holiday beans, and so there's a lot of holiday scents, and so we're working on some cool stuff for next year with that too. We are how to put it, we are a mile a minute when it comes to making new toys. We're always trying to come up with new stuff here. So we've got lots of cool and exciting stuff coming on top of our Jelly Belly product, and lots of cool Jelly Belly stuff coming. So we're really
That's
excited. And thank you so much for doing this and
Well,
for
thank
taking
you,
the time to learn
because
about it.
basically I'm all set. I'm all go for this because I really would love to have one of these soon and everything. So you said around Halloween, which is perfect because my birthday's the day after. So I'm like, there we go, a
It's
win-win and
fate.
everything and
It's fate.
everything. It's
Yeah.
fate and everything, because I'm enjoying this because I'm seeing your other products behind you and everything, and I have seen those on the market, especially the nerd guy and everything. He's like I've seen kids walking around with him and everything. He is so cute and stuff.
Uh,
And I'm hoping that like you bring out more like sensory toys, scent toys like that and everything and stuff. Because even if it's a Jelly Belly like bear or something, like that for a baby, because I know they're gonna feel left out. And you know how the parents are.
yeah, that's true.
A scented bear with
That's a good
that.
point. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's true. Another good idea. Oh yeah, we've got yes, my office is a cacophony of squishy toys. I am inundated and swamped with them, which is not the worst thing in the world. It's like Tom Hanks in the movie Big. But
Hmm. Think about it,
yeah,
you're living your dream. You're playing with toys every day.
100%. I am thankful for that every day. I could be doing many different things than this. And squishy toys, Jelly Belly, not so bad.
Mhm.
Kind of fun. Kind of
And
fun.
you
So
got
yeah, we're
so
working
much.
on a lot of cool stuff.
And I'm glad, and I hope that I can, like I said, get one real soon and everything, because
Oh,
I have a funny
absolutely.
feeling they're gonna sell out. I have a funny feeling. And I don't, it might be the Cabbage Patch of the 23s, you know,
Oh my
and
gosh,
everything.
yeah, yeah. We would take that. That's for sure. Cabbage Patch Kids. There's a blast from the past. Yeah, good one.
Yeah, I remember that. My uncle smuggled out one for me and my sister. So I'm like, I bet you
Amazing.
this is gonna be because of the sensory part of it. I think this is gonna be the next Cabbage Patch.
Well, we would settle for just getting it into a lot of people's hands and them enjoying it. You know, even if it's not an absolute insane craze like the Cabbage Patch Kids were, we'd be happy with getting it into a lot of people's hands and hoping that they enjoy it. Especially people who are fans of Jelly Belly. You know,
Mhm.
that's the uh that's where you see the magic happen when we're showing it to people. When people are, you know, when they really know buttered popcorn and they smell
It's
the
yeah.
buttered popcorn and they're like, oh
I was at
my
that
God.
movie. I went to this one, and like, oh,
Yeah,
home
it's
with
like
my
when
family.
they get that, like, are you kidding? Like these are bang on.
Mhm.
That's satisfying because that wasn't easy. It took a
Yeah.
lot of work to do. So yeah,
Well,
yeah, we're
well,
excited. We're excited.
I can't wait, and I'm waiting to see if schools will get it too. So that's what I'm gonna. My next mission is like if I talk to parents or anything, like as a part two, like a follow up on this and everything, because like I said, this is genius. This is something that had roots in the past and everything of scented stuff for kids, adults, and everything. And you never really saw them for a while. Now to bring it back, that's nostalgic, you know. And I thank you again, Ryan, for everything on this and stuff. You know.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Mhm.
Thanks for saying all the nice things. Like you know, we are working hard to try and make cool things that people like. So I appreciate everything that you're saying, and believe me, the team will here too. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, and now
Yeah.
we're at the point where we're finally getting it to bring it, you know, to the masses, and just hoping that people will connect with it. So thank you for saying all those
Yeah.
things. I
No,
really appreciate it.
no, because like I said, you didn't dismiss my dyslexic idea. Like, because
Of course.
the way I think, I go like, oh, maybe this product can do this and everything. That's what I'm saying. You guys are on the same wavelength like me. It's like, who are we gonna market this to? It's basically, how do we get this out there? And what is it gonna be? More children, more adults? It could be anybody. It could be the whole spectrum, half the spectrum, but the sensory part of it is what gets me because like I said, children with autism, dyslexia, any social anxiety or anything, who weren't used to being locked up during that pandemic, who
Oh,
weren't,
that was weird.
they weren't used to it because when you have different generations raising people who aren't computer savvy, who aren't in the know, it's hard and you don't know who to turn to sometimes. And you just need that one security blanket like we had when we were little. You either had a blanket, a teddy bear, or anything. Now it's going to be a jelly belly.
So, well, I mean, a Jelly Belly or whatever kids need. You're right that it's a bit of a weird time. So, yeah, we're doing our part.
And everything. And thank you again, Ryan, for this because
Yeah, thank you so
this is
much. I really appreciate it.
and I hope to work with you again on something because this seems like it's going to be a good fit with the
Yeah,
families and everybody out there.
stay tuned. We got
You
more
too.
coming. Put it to you this way. I also hope that we're speaking again because I have some other things that once they're ready, I'm excited to show them to you. I think you will like them.
Okay. And everything. And hopefully the public and everybody, I'm praying turns this into the Cabbage Patch because from what I'm seeing and everything in my notes, everything, and what I'm seeing over there, this is going to be a hit.
I keep crossing my fingers.
Me too. Thank you again and everything.
Thanks so much.